Hi, this is Drew with Daniels Ag Services with your midday Wilkins Ag Wire report. We're all lower at the midday mark here. Corn, beans, and wheat all lower. Wheat leading the way to the downside. We did get an export sales report released this morning. Corn was within the trade expectations, beans exceeded the trade expectations, and then wheat was below the trade expectations. So could be a reason why we're seeing wheat sell off like it is due to the lower exports. There's not really any huge news that has come, weather or fundamental, anything really out there that should be sending the wheat market lower. It's double digits lower right now. I think May's down like 12.5 cents. So nothing huge changing in there. You could have had some funds that covered short positions, reestablishing those positions. So that's likely why a combination of that and the poor export sales reports likely why we're seeing wheat lower. It is a little surprising to see beans lower based on the fact that they exceeded the export sales report, but likely have a lot of people short or covering positions if they were long, heading to the sidelines ahead of this March 31st stocks and seedings report. So it's a pretty big report, one of the biggest of the year, if not the biggest of the year. So a lot of people kind of head to the sidelines during it because it does breed some volatility, or they put on fixed risk positions as opposed to futures contracts where they know the risks, like buying an option or something like that. That way they can participate in the markets but know what their risk is. So we could be seeing a little of that ahead of the report. But the major news on the international scale is that Saudi Arabia led some airstrikes, coalition-led airstrikes against Yemen in the overnight. So we saw some pretty big moves in crude oil, gold, what have you. Yemen doesn't produce a whole lot of oil. I think they produce something like 100,000 barrels a day. But there are some major shipping areas in and around Yemen that could really restrict the flow if things kind of ramp up over there. So saw a big jump in crude oil on that. So we'll be keeping our eye on that as we move forward because, as we know, ethanol is a direct derivative of crude oil, or not, doesn't come from crude oil, obviously, but crude oil prices can definitely have an effect on the corn and then soybean market as well with biodiesel. So that's a few of the things we're keeping our eye on. It's definitely on our radar. So if you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's all we've got for today. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.
This material is conveyed as a solicitation for entering into a derivatives transaction. This material has been prepared by a Daniels trading broker who provides research, market commentary, and trade recommendations as part of his or her solicitation for accounts and solicitation for trades. Daniels Trading, its principals, brokers, and employees may trade in derivatives for their own accounts or for the accounts of others. Due to various factors such as risk tolerance, margin requirements, trading objectives, short-term versus long-term strategies, technical versus fundamental market analysis, and other factors, such trading may result in the initiation or liquidation of positions that are different from or contrary to the opinions and recommendations contained therein. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future performance. The risk of loss in trading futures contracts or commodity options can be substantial, and therefore investors should understand the risks involved in taking leveraged positions and must assume responsibility for the risks associated with such investments and for their results. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances and financial resources. You should read the risk disclosure accessed at www.danielstrading.com. Daniels Trading is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, newsletter, or similar service. Daniels Trading does not guarantee or verify any performance claims made by such systems or services.